Hey, what's up? It's Jason Julius. In this video, I want to answer a question that I hear quite a bit. And that question is, do all women have a G-spot? Put simply, the answer to that question is yes, all women have a G-spot. And in a little bit, I'm going to show you a trick to help you find it. But first, let's take a look at what the G-spot actually is and how we can be certain that all women have one. In the early stages of development, both the male and the female human fetus have identical genitalia. If that fetus carries the Y chromosome, it goes on to develop male genitalia. If the Y chromosome is absent, it will develop female genitalia. Basically, the embryonic organs differentiate into the respective organ, whether it's going to be a male or female, and this corresponding anatomy in both sexes. So while the male fetus develops a penis, the female fetus develops a clitoris. While the male develops testicles, the female develops ovaries. While the male develops foreskin on the penis, the corresponding part for that is the clitoral hood on a woman, and so forth. I think you get the picture here. But what I'm getting at is a male goes on to develop the male prostate, and it's believed that in a woman that becomes the G-spot in the Skene's gland. So what's responsible for ejaculation in a male is also responsible for arousal and also female ejaculation in a woman. So if we can be certain that all women have the same parts, and most women do, and there's even a science that matches them to the corresponding genitalia on a man, then we can be pretty certain that all women have a G-spot. Saying that a lot of women are just born without a G-spot is like saying there's a bunch of men that are born without a prostate, and that just isn't the case. In fact, there's even a medical procedure where a woman can get collagen injected into her G-spot to make it more pronounced so she's more sensitive during sexual intercourse and can achieve orgasm easier. Now, I'm not recommending this, but I'm just pointing it out that the medical community even recognizes the G-spot and has created medical treatments that get results in this area. Okay, so all women have a G-spot, but that brings up two new questions. How do we find the G-spot, and why do some women respond better to G-spot stimulation than others? Okay, so here's a little trick to help you find the G-spot. The G-spot is located about 2 inches inside the vagina on the front wall. So if she was laying on her back and we were to insert our finger, we go about 2 knuckles in and up on the front wall. And we're looking for the wrinkled or ridged area compared to the smooth part around it. To give you an idea what it feels like, I want you to try this. Take your index finger or your thumb and press it to the roof of your mouth. Now you're going to go past the back of your teeth, past the bumps, a little past the smooth area, and you're looking for the ridge right in the middle. And that's going to give you an idea of what the G-spot feels like. Only the G-spot's going to have a little bit more of a spongy tissue around it, and it could be a little bit harder to find until she becomes more aroused and the G-spot becomes more pronounced. Now, some men will stimulate the G-spot and a woman won't respond, so he'll get frustrated and think she doesn't have a G-spot or it doesn't work. But what we need to remember is 50% of getting a woman to have a vaginal orgasm is mental. Now, for both men and women, achieving an orgasm is an unconscious action, but women typically have a little bit more difficult time getting to an orgasmic state, which is critical for getting her to respond to any type of vaginal stimulation. A variety of factors can inhibit a woman's ability to reach an orgasmic state. Things such as mental and physical stress can inhibit her. Thinking too much and not being in the moment can inhibit her ability to reach orgasmic state. Trying too hard to orgasm will inhibit her ability to go into orgasmic state, which will keep her from having the orgasm. Things such as relationship factors and emotional disconnect from her partner will keep her from going to orgasmic state, as well as her own outlook on herself and her own sexuality will perhaps impact her ability to go to orgasmic state, which is really critical for her to be able to let go and be able to get to that level in order to respond to G-spot and other vaginal stimulation. Other things such as hormonal imbalances, prescription drugs, and antidepressants, all those things can also have a negative impact as well. For the most part, sexually healthy women of any age should be able to achieve an amazing full-body orgasm from G-spot stimulation. It's important to understand how to stimulate a woman's G-spot, but it's also important to understand how a woman's mind affects her ability to respond to or even achieve an orgasm from this type of stimulation. As men, it's important to take the lead and guide her through an experience where she doesn't have to think. Help her get out of her own way so her body can do what it wants to do naturally, which is let go and experience a full body orgasm from G-spot stimulation. For more information about giving women incredible pleasure, I invite you to check out my female orgasm blueprint training, where I demonstrate both mental and physical techniques that are proven to give women the best orgasms they've ever had. I'll talk to you soon.